So today I'm going to talk about the Misfit Cup Liberation Project and how the design of the objects that I make for the project has changed from 2012 until 2014. So the project is very simple. One day I walked into my kitchen, opened up my cabinet, and realized I had a plastic martini glass at the back of the cabinet. I hadn't been using it and I hadn't thrown it away, and there was a reason why. And it struck me that the reason I was hanging onto this object through 3 moves is that it was connected to a moment at a bar with a friend who moved away. And so this was an artifact of that relationship. And it dawned on me that we as a collective, as a kind of culture, even globally, must have these kinds of objects. And I wanted to ask that question. What are these objects? What are these stories? So it's very simple. I make pots, I make cups. I have an event, either a dinner or an exhibition, where the public or the community is invited to bring in these cups that are in this, I like to say, this place of cup purgatory. We don't use them, we don't throw them away, and there's a reason why. You bring them in, you exchange your cup for my cup, and you leave the story. And in the end, the exhibition is transformed from my cups to the cups of the public. So what I love about it is that at first I thought the project would be a lot of bad design, mainly people bringing in bad cups. But essentially what's happened is people have brought in a lot of stories that are connected from culture to culture. It's taking place in now 3 countries and 5 locations, and it will continue on until I have every continent over the next 2 or 3 years. Brazil and South Africa are next. So let me talk a little bit about the cups that are exchanged. So when I first started the project, I did cups that were much like this. It was something that would extend from my own studio practice at the time. The cups were soda-fired or sometimes wood-fired. They were very expressive and very kind of intense color. I would say this object has an opinion, and this is something I've been kind of realizing. They were designed to kind of project an aesthetic. Well, the reality is that when I make an exchange, let's say for something as wacky as this, look at this wonderful object from Estonia, which is this feather-covered coffee mug. Well, these cups come with these kind of remarkable stories. So do I want to exchange one story for another story, or do I want to really consider how I design this object to become an object that is far more contemplative or a receiver of a story? Because you see, when we make it the exchange, whether it's a cup that's filled with joy or a cup that's tragic, when this cup goes home with you and I receive this cup, they're always going to be tethered. So as this sits in a cabinet, there's always going to be some sort of connection to that exchange. So how do I create a cup, and this is the new cup, the new version of the cup that is far more contemplative? And I like to say that this cup effectively listens to the story from this cup.